Welcome back to the chamming. Are you done? Thank you. Okay. Welcome back to the chamming, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy yard from a haunted chick with really, really, really cute dogs that are barking at nothing. Today we're doing yes, no, maybe so, sometimes why kind of free questions. One question for one subscription for one card. If you're already subscribed, please like the live to get your free question. Also, $5 for 3 questions. 5+ cards is still available. You can also get the 10+ 10 cards, 15+ 15 cards. You start to unlock the power decks, the Shadowscape Tarot, the Smexual Oracle and Smexual Magic Tarot decks, as well as the Love Tarot that you see sitting back here. Going to go ahead and put a few things in chat for people who maybe are new here or need to be reminded. Let's see. If you just found us and we're not live, go ahead and check out the free collective message. I try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who comes by to get a reading. Doesn't get a reading. Maybe found us when we're not live. Can you go ahead and put some things in the chat? Make some notes. Ruby, get down now. So you know the drill. No likey, no readies, no refunds, no e-checks, no solicitations. Get groovy or leave, man. It's pretty much the only rules here. Also, one card, one question for one subscription. One card for one question for one like if you're already subscribed. Please sub and like the live for your free reading, which is a yes, no, maybe so, or sometimes why kind of question today. Dogs barking again. If we get enough people in the chat, maybe we will play surprise Joker's Roulette, where you can win a free 3-card reading. All you have to do is spam the pumpkin emoji that you find down in the emoji bar where you see that smiley face beneath the chat. And the last Jack standing in the chat when the alarm goes off, that person wins the free 3-card reading. Also, if you're looking for powerful handmade manifestation intention items, I have some at my Etsy shop. You can find orgone earrings, pendulums, pendants. Orgonite can help you organize your life. Orgone energy takes negative energy and repels it and turns it into positive energy. So go ahead and check it out because there's 33% off up to 3 pieces during the holiday seasons. And you get a free gift with every order. A mystery gift. If you're looking to get a vigil candle or prayer candle for yourself, a loved one, or both of you, Each candle is separate per person. It starts at $20. There's a link so that you can read more about the vigil candles. If you're not sure what vigil candle will help, email me at gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. Let me know what your situation is, and I will get back to you within 12 to 24 hours to let you know what I suggest, as well as private readings. If you need private readings, I do private personal readings as well. There's Cash App, PayPal, Super Thanks, Super Chat, Super Stickers. I can help you with love, money, protection, career, make your wishes come true, get your ex back. I do not do timings, health, legal, or financial. Pregnancy exam pass, questions, school, pre-K to 12K, university, or interview success questions. If any of that stuff does come up in your readings, I will definitely let you know. I won't keep something like that from you. We have talked a little bit about jumping the matrix in the not too distant past here at the channel. I have been meaning to go back over it since I see that some of you are still having wobbles, blaming me for your problems and your actions as well as others. You must be taking accountability for what's showing up in your 3D reality so that you can fix it so it doesn't show up again and again and again, and you stay traumatized by it, and you stay talking about it all the time, and you are not able to release what it is that's affecting you so much. There is a place to release that wobble of yours. And, if I'm not here to help you with it, or there's no one else to help you with that wobble, you are your best self-help. So what I've talked about before in Jumping the Matrix is that it's a highly effective and secret exercise that very few people have talked about, in my opinion. I'm not so certain that I have ever run across this subject before. But it's basically about, taking anything that you want, whether it be physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, or anything else, and sending it back to something called the void, which I'm going to definitely explain to you how this works. I'm going to break it down more of in a scientific way. When you think about the void and this place called the void, we're going to talk about that first. Think about it as if it's nothing, like the nothingness in the movie The Never-Ending Story. If you have not watched The Never-Ending Story, I would highly suggest you watch it. And if you haven't watched it in a long time, I would highly suggest that you watch it and get a refresher, because it is a beautiful movie that is a wonderful example of how your thoughts and feelings create. Hello, Addison. Welcome back to the channel. How are you, dear? So, like I said, the wonderful movie, The Never-Ending Story, which is my favorite movie, by the way. My sister probably hates me just a little bit, because of how much I pushed the envelope with watching that movie when I was a kid. I was absolutely obsessed. Sorry, Dita. Please forgive me. But it's a perfect example of what the void is, and is the nothing. I feel like it's just like the nothing, so much like the nothing from the movie The Neverending Story. Addison, did you have a good day, dear? Thanks so much for your like and coming to hang out. Back on track to what I was stating about the void, though. Within regards to The Neverending Story being a movie that shows you how everybody's reality showed up to them based on their feelings, their thoughts, and their emotions. The law of attraction, law of assumption, the law of vibration. Your reality in front of you is very much the same. Anything was literally possible in that movie. And anything is literally possible in the movie that you're writing with me right here. Okay? So if you've had a wonderful day, right? You most likely had that wonderful day because you put yourself in a space where you're on that strict mental diet, and the things that you're thinking and feeling that are wonderful, that are pure, that are good, we'll call it your unicorn side or your good wolf side. Well, it could even be your good shifter side or your good vampire side. Whatever spirit, animal, or supernatural thing that you identify with the most, just take it there for a second. Anxiety was on 10 today. Aw. Yeah, and that happens. And like but at least you're aware of that anxiety, and the more that you go day to day practicing that strict mental diet of being aware of what's oncoming about that anxiety, what triggered it maybe. What are you telling yourself? The more you'll be able to cope and deal with it, so that, oh, I see this oncoming, let's go ahead and take a different path. Or let's pull over for a minute. You know what I mean? For a virtual cigarette. Not a literal one. But not everyone is capable of staying on that strict mental diet long term. Not everyone is capable of coping with their anxiety, short term and long term. Not everybody is capable right away of dealing with, how do I, keep psychic vampires, energy vampires, no offense, vampires. How do I keep these people that rub me the wrong way out of my life? Like, I know it's so weird for me to say this, but you just don't even worry about them. It's like, I know I probably sound delusional, but what does our mentor teach us, Addison? That you have to be a little bit delusional to sometimes get the results you want. Kind of like in weight loss, like extreme measures for extreme results, So if I have to sit here and think that all of you in this world is absolutely wonderful and perfect, I will every day, whether you like it or not. And I will absolutely expect you to show up the best version of yourself at all times. And if you're having a wobble, please accept it. I'm absolutely capable and acceptable of my own faults and my own defaults. And that's what helps me stay on the strict mental diet. I've learned to not look back, because it'll turn me into a pile of salt. I just can't do it anymore. I can't. I don't have time to flip out. I don't have time anymore to flip out. So I try to stay as calm as possible. But it takes a while. It takes so long. I mean, how long? And some people may take longer than others. Some people may take longer than others, because what happens is we're all different. We all have different neurodiversities. We all are so unique unto each other. We're all so unique unto each other, despite the labeling and the criticism and the judgmental stuff that goes on in everyday society now. So we all manifest differently. You know, we all maybe, you know, no two artists are alike. So I don't feel like spirit creates any of us just alike, even if you're twins, fraternal or non. But I feel like everyone, you know, they have their own pace. What we've been studying with our mentor for years. And I really had to learn to constantly focus on what it is that serves me and staying on my strict mental diet. Some people just can't let it go right away. Some people just can't get into that right away either. It could take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But the point is that you're working on it, Addison, and you're accepting of the fact that you have wobbles too and make mistakes just like I do. We all do.
I'm gonna get water and you can go.
Okay, about another 15 minutes,
Okay,
please.
that's no problem.
Hey May, how you doing?
I'm gonna take the puppies outside.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea, Dad. So, what I was stating once again about jumping the matrix was, you know, thinking about the void. Okay, well, think about this card as the void. Okay, and into this circle, there's, you know, you go, there's nothingness. Okay, but right above that void, all right, right above that void, and everything that comes out of it, you know, it's basically, you know, wavelengths and frequencies. The void is basically where, you know, the Big Bang came out of. So right above that void, like I said, these lines can kind of, you know, represent the wavelengths and the frequencies, okay, for you to see on the card as I'm explaining this. And those wavelengths and frequencies, they turn into particles. You can just say that this circle around these wavelengths and frequencies are the particles, okay? So what happens next with your particles when they expand and more particles become more particles, okay? It begins to form things like electrons, protons, neurons, which form atoms. And your atoms, those form your hydrogen, your oxygen, your nitrogen. And as it expands even more, you know, it becomes molecules. And everything that you see on this card, in this room, on the screen, the thing that you're using, the technical equipment that you're using, your phone, your laptop, your body, it's all molecules. The experiences that you're experiencing as your feelings are all molecules. Molecules are actually like your 3D reality. It's all molecules, which you came from, atoms. It's an interesting thought, isn't it? So all these frequencies, particles, wavelengths, all this stuff came from the void. So now that you've been given the roadmap with all that to where we're going, you know, your mind can be at ease about, you know, what's next to come with it. I personally like to create space for non-sequential moments where, like, as humans, like, we see things happen in a linear time. You know, we like to see our moments show up in a certain order that we're used to, however. You know, when you start taking things back to the void, you'll actually be opening up to some things that will show up in a very, very different way. Like, yeah, sweetheart, you can. Can you ask if Kay was on the call when he said he... Hold on, I have to scan the chat. Yeah, let's just split the deck real quick and see what you need to know. Spirit Was Kay on the call when he said what he said on Tuesday? Spirit says, yeah. Emperor card. Okay. He was feeling at a loss of words, though, and not very creative. Did he know you were there? Did he know she was there? No. The moon card. I don't think he was aware of that, whatever happened. So back to what I was explaining in regards to molecules and things showing up differently to you. So we've gone through the void. We've gone through, the particles and neurons and protons and nitrogen and hydrogen and back to the molecules. And how opening up to these kind of things can actually be opening you up to some things that will show up differently in order than you're used to. Things like seeing your water glass on the table when you know you put it by the sink. Okay, or you put your keys, by the table by the door, but you find them in the freezer. Okay, this has happened to me before. And it's interesting because my whole world will shift through this kind of stuff when I see this kind of stuff happening to me. And I can tell the difference between the ghosts and the shifts, and maybe I just forgot to. Spirit, will Darius want to get back together with May? Will Darius want to get back together with May? Hey, Alfonso, how are you today? I don't know. Spirit told me to quit doing tarot today, Alfonso, so I'm seriously considering it. Spirit, what does May need to know about Darius getting back together with them? Do they want to get back together with them? Yes, very much yes, maybe possibility. I mean, this is a possibility where like you can have this. You can get back together with them for sure. You got to be staying on your cloud though, not letting anybody tell you what you need, you want, or you should do, or what you should be feeling. It's your love story. There's no one else to write it for you. Okay, May? Do you want to ask a question, Alfonso? There's 10 more minutes left for free questions. Yes, no, maybe so, sometimes. Why kind of questions? Or, also everyone that might be here in the chat, $5 for 3 questions, 5 plus cards, and you get a spiritual cleansing with the singing bowl. You get that now with all readings. You're welcome, May. Have a good day and be safe. Keep me updated. I'm not. I just thought it was very strange that Spirit told me that today. It was like really disappointing. Oh, so you experience it, May? Yeah. Isn't it interesting? But there's nothing you can't send back to the void. So everything comes from a single moment of life. It comes from the void. And you can send things back to the void. Your feelings, your glasses, your eyeglasses, your crutch, the love of your life, the person you're in love with, yourself. Sure, I've seen shape-shifting ghosts. I've seen a lot, and I've experienced a lot. So that's why my reactions are the way they are. You know. Spirit, is Alfonse's woman Lisa going to come back to him from the void romantically in a way that pleases him?
Who wants to go outside?
Oh, so interesting. So you've got reverse Ten of Swords.
Speaking English?
How interesting is that? So this is definitely a yes, Alfonse. All right, and then a couple of more cards for you. You've got this beautiful Lover's card, loving choices and loving options for yourself and others. Love, love, love is all around. All right. This card traditionally, historically, is about love and those loving choices. And you've got that Six of Cups there, which is about nostalgia, you know, that you feel for somebody. Spirit's like wants you to be able to create new moments with this person, but start by giving it to yourself first. If you feel like that's something that really, really serves you, by doing that strict mental diet, you know, um, taking the initiative to not be on that downward spiral that she puts you on. Because, we talked about, does she still make you feel yummy? Because you haven't been feeling too good about yourself because of her lately. Oh, May, it's nice to know there's another necromancer around. Awesome. Is it basically it's a lost cause, putting your energy into wishing her back to you, even if it feels, even if what I'm trying to say is, basically, it is a loss. You're saying it's a loss because you're putting your energy into wishing her back, but you have to remember that you're involuntarily manifesting the way that you breathe. So what happens is you get the wobble. Okay, we all are guilty of it. And then you start going on the downward spiral. And at what point? At what point is enough? Is enough is enough? Someone always making you feel like shit. Someone always making you feel lost. Part of my French YouTube. Someone always making you feel down about yourself or something. Whereas it's different when you've had a connection with someone and you have a mistake in your communication, or you have a wobble with them, but then you go right back to working it out. Why? Because you feel yummy about that person. You feel good overall about that person because that person's supposed to be in your life. People make mistakes, but this just seems to be like mistake after mistake after mistake with her. And it's mostly because she's showing up to you in a toxic way, because that's how she's programmed you about her. Because that's how she feels about herself. Okay? And you have no choice but to show up the knight in shining armor that you are, because you want her to feel a certain way that you need to be making yourself feeling about yourself. Absolutely have to love yourself, but also just know that even if you don't love yourself right now, you are still capable of loving others. And I feel that. Like, probably a lot of people would say, "Oh, but I feel like through loving others, we also learn to love ourselves, or love ourselves again, or love ourselves more. Not everybody knows how to just let it go. Not everybody knows how to practice a strict mental diet every day, but once you start practicing it every day, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And that's why it's easy to just throw up your hands and say, "I'm sorry you feel that way. It's just not the truth. I hope you change your mind someday." Because that is the honest to God truth. When you can stand in the light and you know who you are and you know who you're going to be when you get to the end of you, you love yourself, you love others. Okay? And you're accepting your own faults, your own mistakes, as well as you know, realizing that others do as well. Misunderstandings happen all the time, but I don't feel like this is just a little misunderstanding between two people who feel awesome about each other all the time otherwise. I feel like this is, oh, can I get a gourmet cheese and cracker and bottle of wine from him? And then turn around and shove it in his face and pour the bottle of wine on his head after I get it, just to see what happens, because I love his reactions, or I love the chaos it causes, or the, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she puts others before you. Wow. Okay, you can put my dog on your life insurance policy. She'll treat you better at this point. Honey, just relax. And keep thinking, if you really want to think about her, okay, and you really want to keep her on your heart and in your mind. I'm going to say these words before I go for a walk with Dad. It's his birthday. Think about the version of her you would like the best of. Okay? Think about who you want her to be showing up to you as your wife, your woman, your girlfriend. Try not to think too much about the fucking part of my French YouTube. Try not to think too much about what you don't like now that you realize it. But don't forget it. Okay? Because there's a big difference between, you know, I'm sorry or I apologize and listen to what I say or else kind of ultimatum that she's been giving you. Hey, Dor, how are you today? I'm all right. Thanks so much for asking. Okay, sure. It's $1 a card, or you can do $5 for 3 questions. Okay. 5 plus cards, or you can get the 10 plus card reading. Everything you need to know is in the list above and the pinned comment. You can do a super chat. Yes, you can do a super chat. There's super chat, super thanks, super sticker. Want to go outside? Want to go outside? Want to go outside? Did you go outside yet?
No, not here.
You go outside? You got paper on the floor outside.
We'll be all halfway to the cemetery.
Oh, good girl. Did you get a workout, Ruby?
Come on. That's
Yeah,
not a
did you
workout.
get a workout? For her, it's a workout. She's potato dog. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate that, Dor. I'll be right back, Dor. I'm going to go put the baby down. Addison, if you see our mentor, tell her I said hi. I've been meaning to email her to tell her happy belated birthday. I haven't had a chance to. I've been so busy. Okay, Dor, what are your questions, dear? Put your 3 questions in the chat now that you want to ask so that I can see them and I can do your reading, please. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer on so that we can stay on course. Okay. 1 second. Let me close the door. Dad's talking to the neighbor, so dogs want to go blah, 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 blah. Hush it. Okay, let's see. You're absolutely right, Alfonso. You are not disposable. Okay, let's get these questions done. What's Nico's feeling about me? If there is any actions towards me from him. And for the third question, I'll think about it during the process. Okay, dear. All right, sounds good. Spirit, thank you so much for your donation, by the way. I really appreciate that super chat. I'm going to just make sure my cards are straight. I'll put on the timer and we will get going. Thanks so much for your patience while I straighten out these cards. I had done a few frees earlier and hadn't come back to them yet. So I was all blah, blah about the void. All right, let's get into these questions. Okay, the timer's set at 10 minutes. Spirit, what does Dor need to know about Nikos' feelings about them? Spirit, what does Dor need to know about Nikos' feelings about them? Ooh, very interesting. They do feel like they could grow something special with you, like little acorns, little seeds that you plant now that are wholesome and pure and bright and loving and full of growth. They will build this connection that you guys have with the life cycle, with the wheel of fortune. This person feels like you're definitely a part of their destiny, a part of their growth, into passion into life, into what nurtures them the most. And this Queen of Wands, they do feel really good about you. Their feelings for you are very loving. It's like they want to grow into you. Like, as far as if there's any actions that are going to come from this person, they feel good about you overall. Let's see what the actions are going to be. Interesting. Because wands are about action, actually. When wands are about communication. And I would have to say here, though, that the most important card is your Wheel of Fortune here, showing the emotional, financial security in the Pentacle, the communication in the Wands, the love in the Cup to offer, and then that mental stability and wealth and that sword there with the Wheel of Life and your life cycle. They know you have something special to offer for them. Their action is going to be conquest. It's like they want to conquer you in a way that is healthy for you both. Something that is positive for you both. Even if just right now it's movement towards serving a better purpose, serving better versions of yourself, even if it's just working on your friendship right now. Oh yeah, for sure, for certain through this chariot. Oh my goodness, yes, for sure. Let's see. What would he tell her if he could right now, Spirit? And then we'll get more confirmation about that last question that you have. We got about 7 minutes. We got time. All right, Addison, thank you. Spirit, what would he tell her right now if he could? So his self-concept might be a little poor right now in this reversed King of Pentacles. He's in his emotions about you and life in general, his finances, his love life. Okay, this is what he would tell you right now if he could. All right. As far as, do I see a future with him? Absolutely. In that Wheel of Fortune. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know about that. Do you, Spirit, what does she need to, what does Dor need to know? What does Dor need to know about the future with him? About their specific person? So no reconciliation right now. Okay. But I feel like this person does want to try to give you the best. All right. They want to give what they get. They want to get what they give. So once again, these are very, passion. You can't be passionate about someone if you don't love them. Right? This Queen of Cups is how they feel about you. So beautiful. They want to grow into something special with you. But their heart right now, baby girl, baby boy, whatever, whoever you are, alien from outer space, their heart is broken over you. So what's going on? What are you telling yourself about you, them, and the situation? Okay? What are you telling yourself? Why does he think that? Why does he think you're with another person? Are you? I don't do wins, dear. Hi, Paige. How are you? Welcome to the channel. What do you mean, can you have a mod? Well, maybe you should tell him that you're single and that you're in love with him and that you want to go out for a drink. Okay? Because they like you. They like you a lot. Okay? They'd love to hear from you. Just close your eyes for a minute and take a deep breath. Everything's going to be fine. Think about how it would feel, how good it would feel to be in their presence, having a good time. But it's already yours. You have to give it to yourself first. Okay? You have to give it to yourself first. You have to give it to yourself first. You don't have to take what he gives you. He can only show up to you the way that you believe he will show up to you. Do you understand me? He has no power over you. He is not the beautiful creator of your love story. Okay? You are. You want that special relationship with him? It's yours. But you've got to give it to yourself first. By taking away his power and saying no more what he gives me. No more what he gives me in breadcrumbs. Okay? You are not disposable, and people are not disposable. You want a special relationship, it's yours, but you have to give it to yourself. You have to believe in it, okay? Please keep me updated. I'm here for you, okay? You can have, be, and do whatever you want with this. Your oracle card here, look, this is on the top of the deck. Sparkle, sparkle, bish. Shine bright like a diamond. It clearly states on the descriptions, I don't do wins, dears. I don't do wins. I don't do wins because I don't want you sitting around waiting for something that's already yours because you desire it. I want you to expect it. Because all you do when you ask about when is you put things on pause. And things become a stalemate. And then no contact turns into never hearing from them again, okay? So please, keep me updated. I'm here for you, all right? It's already yours. But you got to give it to yourself first, okay? And make sure he finds out that you're not with another person and that you only want to be with him. And you'll do whatever it takes to make sure you're both happy. Because that's really all we have left to happiness. You know, try not to make it too difficult on yourself, all right? Keep me updated. Thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate it. It's okay. You know, I've been there. I think we all been there. But have fun recreating him like it's an Amazon shopping spree. Put back what you don't like. Put back in the cart what you do or what you want to change. Change your mind later. Go back and change it. And then don't sit around waiting for it to show up because you wouldn't wait for your Amazon package to show up. You know, unless you did happen to check one day and you see that, you know, the Amazon package is not where they left it in the picture. You know, I mean, you literally.
Let me know when you're ready. Okay?
You know, I will, Dad. You're literally not gonna be waiting around for Amazon to. So I'm going to go ahead and do the free collective message now, unless there's anybody else who wants to make a donation for a reading. It's my dad's birthday, so we're going to go walk and do some things. Okay, so you want it to disappear with a magical way? Just send it back to the void. We talked a little bit about the void in this particular live. You know, just tell yourself, I've sent this back to the void. Don't worry about how it's going to return to you. Just know it's going to return to you in a way that pleases you. Be excited about how it's going to return to you in a way that pleases you, okay? Thank you so much, Dora. I appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and do the free collective message unless there is somebody or anybody who maybe wants to make a donation. I will be back a little bit later, around 7 o'clock, if anybody wants to come by. We'll talk a little bit more about jumping the matrix. Maybe we'll even do a live walkthrough meditation if anybody wants to try that. I'll do a guided meditation for you guys. Spirit, what do we need to know about this afternoon, this evening, in the not too distant future? What do we all need to know? Collective message, Spirit. What do we need to know? Traveling, communication coming our way pretty soon here. Maybe we're going to be rekindling with family or elders in this high priestess or speaking to them. Maybe it's someone you haven't talked to in a while that makes you feel all starry and happy. And maybe they've been distant, but no matter how far they are, they're close to your heart in the star card. So I feel like maybe some people are going to have a reconciliation with somebody in that 8 of Wands, the high priestess, and the beautiful star card. You might have some options that you want to share or about or talk about or communicate about in regards to your emotional financial security. But Spirit's also saying for some of you, you're going to be recovering from some emotional disruption and emotional security, financial security issues pretty quickly here. the next 4 to 8 hours. Could be even sooner. Any hoodle noodles. This live was brought to you by the Knight of Swords and the number 3. I'll see you guys later. I'll be back soon. Be safe. Thank you for your time.